Right. Well, um, my intention is to move into forward folds today, and I'll give you that little heads up. So, with head support. So I know I can use a block and quite comfortably, but if you need a chair for that and you prefer it, it's all about comfort. Like, uh, really, the words are coming, and entrenched is the word that comes to my mind. I don't know if that's the right word, but this whole idea of like setting ourselves up for success, for being as comfortable as we can when it calls for it. So, okay. Um, all right, let's begin. So let's start like this. Take your hands together. I was just saying the other day, my mother just went to physio for her broken arm. Do this. And so it's to bring the hands down, the palms together, the elbows are in alignment with the wrists as best as you can. You can roll your shoulders, and get yourself here. And then we'll add from the physio, this whole idea of moving through the prayer wheel, the cycles, but beyond that, this wrist mobility and feeling this connection in the palm of your hands. So let your eyes gently close once you have this rhythm. And you can let the hands move up and down. Just let it be a little free. So you're moving with your breath and really integrating this very gentle motion. Constant movement of our lives in all directions. And yet here we are, sitting and breathing and receiving. I'm just going to change direction. And just circling the opposite way, very conscious of the fingers, the palms, the elbows, everything that's here, even as the body remains in its stillness. Good. And we'll do one more, and then you always like to go one way in each direction before finishing, and then we can rest with these hands on the thighs, palms up or palms down, wherever they go. Just being in the stillness, in the energetics, in the quiet awakening that is occurring. One more moment here. Bringing your hands to your heart, lengthening tall as you inhale and bowing your chin as you exhale. Preparing to chant Om 3 times. Inhale. Om. Gently releasing your hands and opening your eyes. Okay. Okay. So let's start with the feet. And I'm just looking around for a tennis ball. Oh, I see. It's over there. Straight in. Yeah. Okay. And then maybe we sit this time, or you can stand, whatever you feel called to do here, and we'll just adjust. I mean, this is good medicine. So I am in a half Virasana, whatever works. So just rolling that tennis ball under your foot, and you can come to a place where maybe you put a little bit of pressure. into that foot. So I'm just using my elbow, my arm, my other arm, whatever comes in here. And then I'm just gonna move the toes around. And I'll release the arms, lean over to the opposite side, and I'm just going to twist the foot. So just brought some weight over, so let's turn the foot a little bit here. Okay. All right. And then we'll release that. And before we switch sides, I'm going to just leave the fingers in between the toes and give the same foot a little bit of love. So sit however you need to. And then fingers between the toes for a couple of breaths, moving your hand or just expanding or resting. Use the thumb if you like. One more full breath. Release and just love this foot up. Nice. And then we'll take a moment. Look at your 2 feet, and that's quite profound. And then I'm going to come back to this half thrusana just for evenness. Wherever you are is good. And just roll that ball. And I'm going to add more weight. So whatever you need to do. Arms. Oh. Maybe more pressure. Move the toes around. Some deeper tissue. Okay. Release the arms, lean over to one side, however you want to do that. And then just see if you can articulate the foot a little bit as you hold the tennis ball in place. And then we'll let that go and we'll bring that foot in for some personal attention. A moment of gratitude. We'll leave the fingers in between the toes. Yes. Right? And we haven't done this, the fingers and the toes for a couple of weeks. So you might even notice, oh, look at that. Oh. Hey, Liz, welcome. Okay, awesome. And I'll release that, just one more moment of, thank you, my dear, sweet little foot. Great, okay. All right, so now we're gonna grab your strap. And I'm gonna stay sitting just because so that way you can see what I'm doing, but if you wanna stand up, that is okay too. So I have the loops here, you don't need them. You're just gonna wanna hold the buckle so it's not gonna get anywhere, and then you might just take this extra step here. So we wanna be free with the strap. I'm just gonna start by a little bit of side to side. Just opening up and good. Okay, do this a few times and then we'll keep the strap taut and we're just going to turn ourselves and use the strap just to hold the arms. Good. Well, I'm speeding up, but that's entirely optional. Okay, and then we'll come back to the side to side. Good. You see I'm moving the arms quite a bit. Oh, little trees. Good. Okay, and then we're going to drop the arms over. I'm going to the right here. I'm going to take the arms back for a moment. Okay, I'm just going to turn around here. So take the arms back. We're going to take the right, this is my right hand. I'm going to turn the palm out and then bring it behind. So this, and then we're just going to floss. We're just going to move the arms up. And then once the arms are down, take that little loop out, take the arms out, bring it up, and then take them over to the other side. And we'll hang out here for a moment, just see if you can take the arms back Lift your heart. Yes. And then take the left hand this time to turn the palm behind you. The elbows are going to bend. And we'll just do a little bit of this cross. And once the left arm is straight, that's the bottom one, we'll release. Take it back out. Bring it up. And then let that strap just lay on your lap if you're sitting. So let's just take a moment to feel. Oh. Feel the energetics, the release. I'm going to change the cross of the legs. Good. Okay, we'll grab that strap again. This time, same distance. We're going to take it up and we're going to start to bring it back. And here's where, like, you know, you might bend your arms and bring it down. So you make that strap as big as you need to. You know, just doing this. I'm sure it has a name. So I'm just going to play with that, see what happens. Take your time. As much space as you need on the strap. And just feeling. Oh, good. Oh, okay, we'll do 2 more. With joy. Good. And then we'll just lay the strap again. Our hands face up and be in that. Nice opening. Good. Maybe you need to roll your wrists or give them a little shake. And we'll grab that strap again. Change the cross of your legs. I'm just going to turn around. Then we'll take that strap back up. And we're going to bring it down. So you find that same thing you did before. And once it's down, you're just going to turn your hands in so the palms are facing out. Just grab the strap there. And take that strap away from you so you can roll the shoulders back, lift the heart, and take my bottom ribs in, take the chin in. Then feel, oh, and one shoulder taking more than the other. Maybe you swish your cape side to side. Let's create some room. Maybe your elbows need to bend. Oh, yeah. Okay, coming back to the extended flying cape, I'm going to call this, just taking it back, rolling the shoulders. And okay, release. We come back to that wide strap. We're going to take it up and then lay the strap on your thighs, arms. Oh, like you're flying. Okay, grab the strap again. Change the cross of the legs at the buckle. Take it up. And pull the strap apart here. Let's do a little side to side again, just like we did. So you're pulling the strap, moving. Notice if you're holding your jaw, your tongue. Okay, and then reach up with that strap. We're going to bend the elbows so the strap comes behind the head. And you're just going to find like that nape of your, or the little bottom of your skull. We're going to pull the strap forward. Your elbows will come forward. And then you're going to lift your, I'm going to say this, let's lift the heart and take the head back to wherever it's going to go. And the hands are going to pull, like they're holding the head. Drop your jaw, drop your shoulders even. And then open the strap out to the side. Head will come back. Bring that strap over your head and down and rest. Good. Okay, I'm going to do one more. So this time we're going to take the strap. Actually, let's start like this. We'll just take the strap over. This is my left shoulder here. And we'll bring the left arm up. Take it down. Maybe the right hand comes over and, you know, just move it around a little bit. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to turn, but we'll stay here. Now I'm going to find the strap with the left hand and take the right arm down. Palm faces out. It's going to find the other end of the strap. So maybe the hands will come closer together. And I'm going to pull the strap apart. Take the elbows back, shoulders back if I can. And then maybe a little bit of flossing when there's not a lot of space. Let's see. Okay. And then come here. We're going to just be here for another minute. I'm just walking my hands towards each other, getting a little bit more crunchy. Breathe. Okay, and then keep the strap where it is, just release the hands. That could be a lot for your hands too, so you move your fingers. Okay, and then second side. So let's take the strap over the right shoulder and take the right arm up and drop it. Grab the elbow with the left hand and just move it around a little bit behind you. Yeah. And then we'll move into these Gomukhasana arms. So I'll hold the strap with the right hand and the left hand comes back. Walk them up wherever they're going to go. Pull the strap. Maybe the elbows go back, shoulders roll back and down, heart lifts. If you can floss, a little bit of movement. You're really gripping that strap. Drop your jaw, your tongue, your eyes, everything you don't need to hold on to. Okay, and then we're going to be here for a little bit. Not too much, but I'm just walking my hands closer. Maybe hands can pull. One more breath. And then release all of that. Let your hands rest. Okay, you take the strap off and just roll. Great. Okay, and then we are going to come into lying down. And we're going to use the wall today too. So set yourself up close to the wall. But for right now, I'm just going to lie down. Maybe you can use your bolster or blanket for your head. And we're going to take those same arms and lie on them. So lie down. See, I'm just going to go flat. Well, as soon as we get down, like, let's just take a moment. Feel this, feel your wingspan, your shoulders. You got the knees bent, feet on the floor. Let's take some windshield wiper and nothing here, just rocking, opening. Okay. Oh yeah, and then bring your knees up, feet up. We're going to drop the knees over to the left. You're going to roll onto your left side just to bring the right hand behind your back with the palm facing down, and then roll back onto your back. Okay, now you take the left hand, find the right fingertips. Lift your hips up and see if you can draw that arm underneath you more without any, comfort is the name of the game. So you might have a little bit of pressure, but no pain. Okay, then see if you can spread the fingers of the right hand a little bit. You might walk that, so you might lift your hips and bring that hand down, you might bring it up, just be playful. And then once you feel, okay, I'm okay here, I'll take the left arm up alongside the ear, bend the elbow, lift the head, and that hand might, the back of the head might rest on the hand, give you more space for your shoulders to do that. Maybe the head rests on the crook of the elbow. And great, okay. And then we're here and your legs can stretch out. You can go even cross-legged on the floor if that's okay, not too much for your back, or just keep your knees bent, basic resting pose. Yogi's choice there. Okay, you can let your eyes close. Invite in beautiful breathing, a way of releasing and feeding everything we've just opened. Okay, let's take 2 more or 3 more breaths, and this time I'm gonna, as I exhale, I'm gonna press my back body into this arm, and I'll release it as I inhale. It's like a baby cat cow. Pushing in. Okay, and as you complete this exhale, you release the left arm, and you just lift the hips, take the right arm out. And then again, feel into those energetics and what's happened in the body. Do what you like to do with your legs. Opening the heart space. Okay. And the second side, so feet on the floor, we'll drop the knees over to the right, roll over to your right side, take the left hand behind, and then roll on back. Once you're here, you find those fingertips, lift the hips, draw that arm underneath you more. Find a place where it needs to be. Go up towards the shoulder, down to the waist, center of the waist. You're gonna spread the fingers of the left hand as much as you can. And then we'll bring the right arm up alongside the ear and tuck it underneath the head in any way that your shoulder needs. And think of this as a spacious place for inviting and healing. You know, we all, you know, if we took a poll, we'd all have some shoulder stuff. We have one side that's tighter than the other, probably your dominant side. You know, this dominant side thing, you know, it's very real. And sometimes I think of my dominant side as the weaker side, but then it's a reshift because it actually is taking most of the weight and most of the brunt and all of that. And it sometimes feels weaker because it's not being supported properly by the other side. Oof, so much to think about. And okay, I'm going to move into the final 3 breaths and push into that left arm as I exhale. Like a little baby cat cow is happening. Lovingly release first the right arm and then the left arm and be in the resonance of all that is. Okay. Good. All right. Let's find your strap again. We have to come up. Okay. So again, I'm just going to stay here with the props that I have, which is nothing underneath me, and you can add a blanket if you need to. Let's start with the shoe shine or the sole shine. You take your strap. Let's start with I have my right foot. Maybe you use your dominant side, non-dominant, and just wake that up a little bit. Okay. And then we'll take the strap up to the balls of your feet. Let your hands slide down as you straighten your leg. And we're going to move the leg. You know, this is, I think feel like this is a 90 degrees, maybe not. But we're going to go a little bit before 90. So you feel your sit bones. You know, if you move the leg up and down, you're going to feel like that cat cow come in. And we're looking here for more of the cat. So that's the loins moving back, and maybe some of you might feel your low back lifting. Okay, so I'm using this. The hands are just holding the strap, but if you want to wind them and not hold as much, that's entirely up to you. And let the shoulders go, the jaw go. Maybe your gaze is at your foot. Soft jaw, soft tongue. Okay. And then feel into where you're holding that tension. Maybe you want to let the leg go even a little more. I'm just going to feel, okay, where can I be here? Let the thigh relax, the hip crease relax. I still have my left leg bent. You want to straighten it, that's fine. Even drop it out to a Baddha Konasana if you like. And you might want to throw a prop in there, you see. So the name of the game is, where can I let go? And just do a little scan. Are you holding even tension in the belly, like to hold this up? If you bend your knee a little bit, does that help you? Feel into the smoothness of your breath. Are you holding tension in the left leg? To be here, what can you do to maintain the pose without bringing in added stress? Okay, so been here for a little bit. I'm just drawing the leg up a little bit more, so I come a little bit forward without extra tension. The hip flexors, the back of the thigh, the back of the knee. Okay, nice big breath. Release it. Okay, I'm gonna bend the left leg, put the foot on the floor. Then we're gonna open this strap up. I'm just gonna slide this right leg side to side. And since I have the left knee bent, as the right leg moves over to the left, I'm gonna let the left knee move in. So almost like the legs are crossing. I'm doing this little dance. That's it. Okay, we're gonna hold this leg over to the left. So the next time it goes there, you could take the left hand, hold both straps, and the right hand is free to open. You can even let this right leg just rest against the left thigh. We'll take the hand, just maybe press in a little bit, wiggle it. What needs to happen here? Drop your shoulders. A little flexion in the right foot. Okay, so right before we leave this, feel into what's happening in the hips. The left hip dropping away, right hip hiking up. Can you find some balance in your hips? Okay, and then lift the leg, release the strap. Let's cross that ankle over knee, take your arms out, heel toe your left foot out to the side, and do some windshield wiper here, moving this package to the side. Okay, well, you have your props, your bolster nearby. I'm going to drop this right knee out to the side. I still have the foot over the ankle. I'm going to walk the left foot, let the left foot just move to the left. Create space. If this is okay, the arms can come over your head. Okay, left hand's, oh no, right hand's going to grab left wrist and give it a gentle pull. And then the left side of your body is lifting, it's naturally lifting. And bring in a little bit of, the inner dropping to the left side. Bring it down a little bit. If you have knee pain, you know to take care of that. By not bringing in so much. Okay, release. Maybe I lift the left leg up first, heel toe the left foot to center, uncross the legs, and then pause here for a moment. Let your hands rest on your tummy. Okay, you find your strap. And we'll start with the left or the opposite foot, and again with the sole shine. No. I still have my right leg bent, you have many options for that. We're going to let the strap come up to the balls of the feet. And again, we're going to find that place where I can have the leg lifted without crunching too much or taking too much tension into the hip flexor, the back of the thigh, the back of the knee, shoulders, the face. So your leg needs to drop more. You'll be in a place where you're inviting in gentle flexion of the foot. So in class the other day, we did a lot of foot, and all of that is like the reverse high heel. That's what we were doing in class on Tuesday, a lot of that stuff. To lengthen the back of the calf, plantar fasciitis, and some of the more things that happen with our feet generally are caused by a tightness in the back of the calf. Not always, I'm not a doctor. Like to play one. Being with that, allowing everything to be supported here and to drop into it. Okay, I'm going to drop this right knee out to the side, this half Uttanasana. That is comfortable. The name of the game. Be there. Use your breath. Or can you let go? Are you holding it in the shoulders, tongue, the eyes, hips? Okay. Bring the leg in a little bit and open the strap as wide as you like. And take that right foot to the floor. You find this little dance of crossing. And open apart and crossing. Okay, And the next time this left leg moves over to the right, and we keep it there. We will grab both ends of the strap with the right hand. The right knee is coming across. Take your left hand, open up this. I was gonna say, the hips, the hamstrings, like, but there's so much things here that you might be feeling it right in the foot and the back of the calf. Any place you're feeling it as you're opening. Balance the hips here as much as I can. Good. Okay, we'll release that and hold your strap. Let's bring both legs in. Then you can put the strap around the center of the foot, balls of the feet, whatever you like. And just hold the strap with the arms straight. And let the legs just drop in. So you can let your hands slide down the strap. Just going to see whatever feels okay here. Well, if you think about the shape you're in, could be a downward dog. Could be a legs up the wall. Could be a boat pose. Take one more breath. Okay. Bend the knees. I'm going to release the strap, but if you want to hold the strap to hold your knees in, you just let it drop over here. It never works. So your hands are good. Just bring these knees in and massage the front of your calves, the knees. And rock the knees in and out. Good. Okay. So we start to move into like a child's pose shape. So take the knees out, just draw them in, and maybe they're still rocking, or maybe you can rest in here in some way. So just interlace the fingers. You could still use the strap. Just going to rest in this. So however you're doing this, knees together, knees out, maybe the hands are behind the thighs. Maybe that's better. More space, but also compact. Okay. Releasing, stay in the pose, but release the low back a little bit more. You almost sink your body into this more, let the shoulders go, jaw go. Okay, so the next pose is going to be child's pose. I'm going to rock and roll from here with no props, so lots of space. And I'm going to do it about 5 times, maybe more. Whatever way, just smile and go, wow. Literally massaging my whole spine with the motion of my ocean. Okay, and then once you come up, friend, take your time. And then we're going to set up for a super supportive child's pose. Okay, so I'm going to take the blocks and I'm going to show you guys several ways to do this. And if you want to put a blanket down for your knees, you can do that too. So, okay, you'll take 2 blocks. If I put this here, when I come into child's pose, I may even come up, be like, can I get this tummy on there? And then maybe it's here. Okay, that's number, I don't know, that could be number 3. And then the other one would be to put the blocks on the lowest or second height and take a blanket and use that blanket for extra height. That being said, if you have knee stuff, I'm not saying this is going to cure it, but you could also sit on something and come in. Set yourself up for success, knowing we're going to be here in this child's pose. I don't know, I don't want to say 3 or 5 minutes, it's a very long time, but we're going to be here for a bit. Okay, I'm just going to play with these blocks and turn them the other way. See how that goes. And then, think, oh, this is nice for me. My hips are lifted a little bit. That's cool. Maybe the blanket. I'm playing with the props. How can it? Oh, that feels nice. Put the blanket underneath with the head. Oh, I have my forehead down, but if you're want to turn your head to one side or the other, that's fine. I'll let you know when to change that and or change your hand position. Okay. You know, we put in all these props and it's something new. So after a few moments, if it's not quite right, just maybe keep your eyes half closed as you come up and readjust. Comfort is the name of the game. When we're comfortable and feel supported, then we can relax. And when we relax, then the flow becomes a magical glow. We're free from tension as best as we can at this moment. The joints are almost closed here. The thighs are moving in, the hip joints are in deep flexion, the knee joints in deep flexion, the tops of your feet are straight out. It's also a position they're not always in. And you're using gravity and that divine flow to maybe create something new here. Feeling the heaviness, inviting in the heaviness. Lengthening, whatever's happening, the body starts to fall into the shape. If you have your head turned to one side, you turn it now the opposite way or change the position of the head if you need to. And bringing yourself back into this place of letting go. Breathing in and also sending the breath into the place of an offer here. Your joy and your vitality. So coming out and possibly a downward dog if you like, or stretching your legs out and just sitting. Not just, I say just, but I never mean just. Okay, if you come into downward dog, maybe your head is going to rest on your props if that's where you're going. If you're sitting with your legs out, and enjoy that release of that flexion. Bring ourselves down. Then we're going to set up for a supported boat pose at the wall. Okay, so we're going to use that, what we often do with the bolster when we're supporting ourselves here. We want this to be close enough to the wall. When you come into this, and I'm going to use the strap as well, that you're going to be able to be, this is boat pose, but without holding it. So I have the head, heart supported, legs are a comfortable distance, tushes on the floor, feel free to put a blanket underneath. And the strap we're going to make, you're not going to make a huge loop, enough so that when you put it, it's going to go, just over the mid calves or up by the ankles, just to hold the legs for you. So that I have a bit of space, celebrating the pelvic floor by not having the legs right together. And then the arms are going to maybe they're going to come over your head if that's comfortable for a bit, out to the side. They can come down by your side. You take your time. Okay, once you're in it too, friends, you can take your time. You're gonna tuck the chin like we do, pull the chin in. So that you feel nice support, but the forehead is sloping down. Okay. So I was doing this before class, where it's like, nice. Yes, it is nice. But comfort is the name of the game. So as you get in, your hips, your tush on the floor is not, it needs a softer support. That is A-okay. You put it there. You set the bolster up too far away or too close, come down, readjust so that we can be in a place of comfort and release. So what I love about this supported bow pose is we're literally changing the center of gravity right to the center of you. Pulling from, think of your energetics from the sole of the feet down, your pelvic floor, crown of the head down to your pelvic floor. And also, the energy is also traveling up. This idea of this great interconnection of the brain connected to the spine all the way down connected to everything, to the tailbone, the base of the spine, and then even the continuation through the legs. Everything is connected. Receiving this energetics. While you, capital I, you, capital S, self, rest into this. So I'm going to take the arms overhead. If that is comfortable for you, I'm just going to grab opposite elbows because we're going to rest here on top of the bolster. Finding again this dropping in. If it's better to hold on to something else, or you can put the hands behind your head, play with that. Dives. Moving into the root of your tongue. You can soften all the way down through the throat. If you grasped opposite elbows or wrists or whatever you got there, any clasp just change so you have opposite. Eyes to rest. Practice that so many times, you know that you force the eyes more to the fronts of the eyelids, maybe we'll start to see colors, and if you let them drop down, things get dark. Same tension in the shoulders, and the back of the heart, supported by your props. Let it rest. And if you want to keep your arms as they are, that's entirely up to you. If you're ready to bring them down with the wings rest, maybe, I just brought the elbows down, palms down. Palms are by the hips. Now I've done that, so I'm going to lift the hips and put the hands underneath the tush. Just get a little bit of extra side of the hands. Now I'm just sitting on my hands, so to speak. Okay. Rest here for those Taking the final full breathe breaths here as you smile and feel this shape and you start to come out with the wiggling of your toes into the wall. You've taken your hands underneath your hips, release them and lower the feet to the floor, release your strap. Good. Okay, so we're going to move into a wide-legged forward fold. Just going to roll to the side, come up. Okay, I'm going to use these props and just turn to the side. You need something to sit on, get your own device. Bring this in, wide-legged forward fold. When I say wide-legged, you decide how wide that is. If you want them to be in more, you want to fold them, take them wide and fold them in. You set it up. Say all this, and the bolsters here can come underneath the thighs. That might be really nice. Comfort is the name of the game. So use all your props and I'm playing with this angling of the blocks. And if that works for you, great. So if I come in, move a little side to side, and as I move to one side, I'm sending that sit bone back. Just finding some space here. Okay. Let's see how you feel. When you're ready, you'll walk yourself in, and it's very. Even though we did a forward fold already, let it unfold. Slowly move your props to support the head. That works for you. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. And then we're going to rest here for a little bit. So take your time, make your comfort. Make your step. That bolster we put underneath the thighs is not help. Take it out. You are your own teacher in so many ways. I offer the practice, and you are your own guru. You are your own guru, your own inner life, teaching right. Move your legs if you need. You can be in that place where it's deeply surrendered. Constant, for me anyway, I'm constantly inner shifting, moving the props, and just it's like that quest for comfort. How comfortable you are, you'll know that you all have that experience of being in a pose or in your shavasana. And, oh, what just happened? Really let go. In the yoga text, there is a word called Brahmacharya. It just went out of my head, which literally is translated as surrender to God. God can do whatever if that speaks to you. Surrendering, offering it up. Brahmacharya. Eyes, jaw, hips, wonderful. The final few breaths here. So when we bring your hand up to sitting, take a few moments. Just be in the afterglow of the resonance. And soften it. like that. Here we are, Shavasana. Okay. But well, I'll do the same thing I did with the bolster the other day. So I'll take this blanket down her head and like support our dog duty. And so we did this the other day where I took the blocks and angled them and then rest the bolster so you get this, hopefully a nice thigh support. I'm too close to the block. I'm gonna have the thighs nicely supported. Oh, that feels very nice. Support if you get it with another blanket, or you just grab the quarters and roll them into the triangle to the back of the head to the shoulder. Okay, and then the cards, and he can take Shavasana and I'll be on top. Resting in your stillness and your silence. You know, there's never silence. You want to take your hands and just cup your ears for a few breaths, dropping into the ocean within you. Back to the heart. Breath moving into your shoulders, your arms, your arms. And through the legs and out through the soles of your feet, the crown of your head. consciously dropping more deeply. Stay here for as long as you like. Come out really slowly. Eventually, I'll bring the knees into the chest and just gonna hold them there for a little bit. Roll up to your side. Resting there for a few moments. Making your way seated as you're having skin in your comfortable. Moving away that is comfortable. Feeling into all the resonance, freedom, softness. As you're ready, joining your palms in front of your heart and bowing your chin. Life is not always comfortable. That we know. Taking time to create that comfort for ourselves can be very potent. Bowing your chin, all that you are, great resonance of your own energy. Into that, friends. One Om, inhale. Om. Breathe into your hands. All that magic is right there. And offer it to yourself. This potent elixir. And we'll send it out to each other, and then we'll take it all. Bring it all in, and take all your magic, whatever's being offered. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great week, great weekend. See you on Tuesday.